No, thank you. Okay, guys, we are getting into this round now. An absolutely great match for us here. We have Kira in the top left of Babylon. We have Gumiho in the bottom right. And... yeah, it's going to be a very good TVT. Okay, so my personal preference, I really like Gumiho. I don't know that his TVT is better than Cure's, but Cure is very up and down in his play. Sometimes he plays worse than a platinum player. Like, he'll do like something just that's so terrible that you're just like, get the fuck out of here. And then other times he's a GSL champion. So he's very, very unpredictable in that regard. Gumiho is pretty steadily very good. There's good TVTs in Brood War as well. But yeah, TVT in StarCraft 2 is very, very good, I think. It's just like, it was actually, this was, I would say, at IEM Katowice. TVT overall was the best matchup. Like, we had so many good Terran versus Terran matches. Like, really close, down to the wire, super fun, just action-packed back and forth games. And, yeah, that's... I mean, anytime you have a match like that, it's something you want to see a lot of. So, I told Mapu to avoid mirror matchups as much as possible, except for this one, because you know, obviously, it's like two of the best 5 Terrans in the world going at it. It should be really good. Approximately best 5 Terrans in the world. I don't know the exact rank right now. All I know is that fucking Lavera is #1, dude. Okay, well, Kier got the first hit, so what are we doing? Ah! Ow! Gumiho, by a pure force of will, fucking gets the kill there. So sick. And he gets the SCV. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Based God Gumiho. Okay, okay. Both sides getting their factories. Command center is still coming up. We have a reactor going for Gumiho a bit quicker here. So that's really, really nice. And a triple command for Cure. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, what a sick baller. Oh, and then he runs too close with that Reaper. Okay, we're getting a little bit too fancy. A little bit too fancy pants there. But Gumiho doing a great job so far. He's up in SCV. Obviously, his Reapers have outdone Cure's. And there's the third command center for Gumi as well. Wow, both of them going very, very, very fast third command centers. Well, now we sit and wait because they've basically spent all their units. Time to pop out just a few Hellions and everything. Third take note, yeah.
Say GG.
Dude, the game is nowhere near over. But Gumiho definitely does have a little bit of an advantage. You know, the slightly faster command center will make up one of those SCVs that's missing. And you never know. Maybe they'll miss some. Get that back to even. Starport going to be going over. Probably making a Raven here, I would say. I'd be really surprised if he makes anything else. Yeah, there it is. Raven on the way. And Tech Lab, of course, coming up for Cure. That should be a Raven as well. One interesting thing is no Cyclone as of yet from Gumiho. He is definitely a top-level Cyclone guy. Gonna get rid of that. Little plate there. You know that those plates at the bottom of the ramp? I don't know if you guys know why they were originally put in.
ST4 and Kai Hanglo.
What's up, Stanky?
X300. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Stanky with another commentary, watching Artie's commentary, watching another couple of people playing a game, and it's clear I have no friends. But anyway, let's check out Artie's pro game and next gen commentary strats while he carefully watches other people have a great time playing a 12-year-old game.
I know, it is a newer
really
game.
Interesting. We're going to see Artie compete with some really high ladder pros that are incredible at watching other people play games.
Thank you, Stanky. Thank you, Stanky. We'll do more donos at the end, guys. I'm gonna
$3.
I'm gonna play donos at the end so we can actually cast the game. And thank you. Okay, so we'll play that anonymous. Don't worry. Okay, so I want to talk about this a little bit, right? So right now, Gumiho is going into mech, which is super exciting. You don't see that in TVT much nowadays. So I'm very excited to see him working on that here. I wonder, because he didn't utilize Mech TVT at Katowice, so either he's worked on it since then, or maybe he's like labbing it right now, right? Like, you know how like a comedian will go to smaller clubs to work on stuff? Like, this would be a great tournament where you could work on strats against people that you know are putting in effort because there's money on the line. So this is very exciting stuff. Now, okay, third base coming down for Cure. Does Cure actually know? Okay, scan from Gumiho just to check exactly what's there. But does Cure actually know that this is Mech as of yet? I don't believe that he does. Now, Gumiho is Blue Flame on the way. That's kind of exciting. Double eBay coming up for Cure. Dude, this is going to be really fun. This is actually, I'm very excited right now. Like, I love it when it's TVT. Like, Marine Tank versus Marine Tank is really good in StarCraft 2 TVT. But in my opinion, even better is Mech versus Biotank. I find that to be really entertaining. Now, Gumiho looks like he wants to actually do a little push here. I think what we're going to see is he's just going to siege to harass and annoy this base. Like, he doesn't have enough to break it. But look at this, right? He's going to siege up, hit this gas. That's super annoying. And now he's going to fly in and possibly land the Vikings. Okay, he throws down an auto turret. He's actually doing some good harassment here. Look at this supply differential. That's crazy. Now, a lot of that is in Hellions, right? Which are, like, their actual power for their supply, the later you get in the game, like, they don't scale super well. Not as bad as Roaches, but you can think of it like that. Or maybe sometimes as bad as Roaches, actually, now that I'm saying that out loud. Now, the landed Vikings actually doing an okay job. 11 kills there total. Keeps most of them alive. Maintains that air dominance, denying a single gas. I don't think that he needs to deny the gas. And I'm just a little bit nervous. Is Gumiho overstaying his welcome here? Okay, he is sending some reinforcements we see coming up on the map. Oh, no, he turned him around. Okay. Because this is... that's the one thing. It's like, okay, this is a good little... This has been good. But if you leave it there too long, eventually Cure will probably just go kill it, you know? It's like it's one tank. You're not actually afraid of a single tank. Okay, he moves up a little bit, but doesn't quite get in range. Gumiho adding more factories, and here we go. The Raven's flying up. Where's his Raven spells out? Okay, he does disable a tank. The Hellions do a lot of tanking here for him and do clear quite a few Marines. Oh, wow. Gumiho just shoving everything back, but it looks like he will just slightly lose the air battle. So that's very, very good for a Cure. I think you have to consider dropping on the tanks right now. It looks like his medevacs, though, might move in the other direction. Okay, it looks like we're going to have a counterattack. Now, that scan sees no bio there. So you have to ask yourself as Gumiho, where is the bio? And his SCV sees it. Wow, I can't believe you had an SCV in the center. Amazing from Gumiho. Really putting out a high-level game right now.
Bitch.
Thanks. And going to maintain that air domination, Cure is. So that's a huge, huge deal. All right, a little stim in. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do anything up that ramp. Oh, has to back up because of these Hellions, and that makes him take a few more shots there on the bio. But it looks like he should be able to harass that third base a little bit. I don't think there's any tanks on the low ground there. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that's some serious damage. Yeah, 9 SCVs fall very, very quickly. The Vikings just chilling over the siege tank. I can't believe Gumiho still has that siege tank there, by the That siege tank has been there for 100 years.
Donated $3.
Okay, sorry, we'll play that right at the end, Profane. Sorry, we're kind of in the middle of like a crazy game. Much love to everyone throwing in those donos. We will play them right as soon as we get a GG here. Or if it really turtles up and no one's doing anything. Which happens not as often in StarCraft 2 TVT. Okay, the Vikings pushing back these other Vikings, so still maintaining that air advantage. Very big deal. Gumiho gets his 1-1 going. It's a little bit late on the 1-1, but I don't mind it at all. You don't necessarily need those upgrades that quickly. And now with the Liberators coming out, very good play here. Kira going to be able to pick off these tanks from Gumiho. It does feel like Gumiho overstayed his welcome there, but it felt like that before, and it still did damage for a little bit. So I can't, like, super fault him. Now, here's the big problem. Cure is on 3 bases right now. And he's playing the bio, right? Gumiho is on 4 bases playing mech. That is bad news bears right there. You want to out-expand if you're on that bio, because cost efficiency is not generally going to be on your side. It can be. You can have engagements where it is, but properly set up mech, you will never be cost efficient against. So a lot of times what happens is you'll skip up into high air tech as the bio after you have a lot more bases, because then you can trade inefficiently for a little bit. But yeah, that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing a Cure on 3 bases. He has more supply right now. He's got to get something done. It looks like he might be able to do something like deny this base, like force a lift. None of this stuff over here matters that much right now. We'll play it at the end. We'll play it at the end. Thank you, Stanky. Another couple command centers coming down. And, okay, so he's denying this base for now. Gumiho has plenty of tanks, like he cannot die. And now it's 3 base, 3 base. Cure is getting his own 4th base up. And okay, well, I mean, I like the position that Cure's in right there. Like, this is a hard one to break. Gumiho does push forward and pick off a single tank. You know, that's very time consuming to remove tanks on high ground like that. You have to be very careful about it. Gumiho now getting some Liberators out. Looks like that's the way he's going to want to push. Once you do have that air dominance, Viking Liberator is really good right now. I was actually talking to Spirit about that a little bit after some of his matches against Cure, where like he was kind of disappointed in himself because the Viking Liberator does very well right now in TVT. In game 5, if I'm recalling this correctly, he ended up going for quite a few Ravens, and they didn't have the same effect. Ravens are great, but the Liberator Viking right now is like very good in this meta. I think it's the speed and skill of players has gone up, so like their execution of removing these tank lines is very, very good with it. All right, a little break right there. The 2 tanks on the low ground giving him some value at least. SCV's going forward, and the Hellions going to get on top of these tanks as well. Now, Cure has just landed his 4th command center. He's just now sending SCVs there. Gumiho has retaken his 4th, and he's taking the 5th. So he's still, like, staying up in bases, which is pretty nuts. He's getting 2-2. We have no 3-3 started for Cure. Which, I mean, theoretically, you'd want 3-3, but his economy's not that good. Wow, he has a Thor. That's not something I expected to see. Okay, his 3-3 just now starts. But I want to see what Cure's endgame is. Like, the way he's playing right now is not going to be something that can win the game. Like, okay, yeah, you denied that base for a little bit. You got some okay trades. You're staying even in supply. But what you need to do is, like, out-expand and go into Sky Terran, probably. And if you're not going to do that, you have to be breaking things. Like, legitimately breaking things. And he's not breaking anything. And he's not out-expanding. And he's not switching into Sky Terran. And, you know, you put all those together, and it doesn't feel very good. Right? 18 tanks. How are you going to break that? That's, like, you have to have some idea what you're going to do. Okay, expanding again. That's what we need to see. Would like another command center, honestly, or even floating the main command center over to, like, 1130. Okay, a little stim in, but obviously can't do too much. You know, Gumiho had a better opening this game, so we can't fault too much, but it feels like Gumiho really is outdoing Cure in a lot of ways. Lands those Vikings, going to be able to take out that Thor easily. A little bit surprised he had the Thor, but has its uses. Oh, wow, he just could not get that lockdown. What was going on there? That was weird. You could see him like 3 times. He like clicked in and then clicked out. Couldn't quite get it going. Tries starting another command center. Oh, God, Blue Flame Hellion's going to come in here and ravage those SCVs. Nice game here so far. This is what it's all about, guys. The NA Cup, this is what it's all about. A mini GSL at the end of the tournament. God, I love the NA Cup. All right. Looks like Hellion's going to run through here. Get stimmed down by Cure. You know, the thing is the Hellions are basically garbage for Gumiho. He can just throw them away absolutely anywhere. It doesn't matter very much. Some good sensor towers up. Cure is getting more of the map. This is, like, so important. He's adding 2 more factories and more command centers, okay? So the factories, he wants to go heavier siege tank, which makes sense. That's good. It's a good play. You know, siege tanks are fantastic. Lands his Vikings here, Gumiho does. And going to be able to take out that base. Nice bust. Kira's still having a hard time getting where, like, look at that. Tanks are just shelling him anywhere he walks. Oh, this is big, though. Oh, my God. He's going to get every tank there. Now, that's the type of move that Kira needs so badly. Equalizes the supply instantaneously. But, you know, anywhere the tanks are sieged, he can't do that. It's when you catch them unsieged. Now, Gumiho is going into Sky Terran. He's wow, 3-3 almost done on his mech. He's getting that thing that makes stuff fucking transform quicker. No idea. You put a gun to my head. I can't tell you the name of that upgrade. Servos? Something Servos, maybe? I don't remember. Anyways, Yamato coming up. Some battle cruisers being made. I love it. I love what I'm seeing here. As long as you control the air, the battle cruisers are really good. Oh, it is something. It's something Servos. Smart servos. There we go. There we have it. It has been discovered. Well, that's funny. Gumiho only has 5 facts. It feels like that's really low. Is that right? Or was that like Tech Lab facts? Huh. Anyways, the battle cruisers are coming out. Look at that. Units lost is actually pretty even. But Gumiho's been on more bases for a good amount of time. And his unit comp will just continue to get more and more efficient here. He is starting his air weapons now, which is very important because it's going to be a hard time. Oh, wow. He's actually going Thors here. Oh, this is wild from Kira. Wow. Okay, looks like we had to jump in. So he does harass those quite a bit. These Hellions, like, on, like, kind of a hold position here, just looking for whatever kills they can get out of planetary range. But yeah, without the attack upgrades, it's got to be a little bit careful here. The 3-3 Marines can kill the BCs eventually. Yamato almost done. Goes after the Viking. Doesn't want that harassing him. Dude, their armor is so high. Look at the Marines trying to deal damage. It's so funny. A ton of Vikings coming in here as well. The missile turrets will probably force them to turn around. Kira's making so many Thors right now. I find this really interesting. I've never seen anyone try to counter a TVT mech with Thor like this. Because you don't actually have to have the BCs. Like, you can just win with the tanks. You know? Like, you get your critical mass of siege tanks. The Thors are not going to fight well against that. Okay, a little drop coming in here from Gumiho, doing some damage. Kira is doing a very good job right now. You know, it was a tough early and mid game for him, I think, where Gumiho had more of the better moves and the better macro overall, the quicker expansions. But he's done a very good job fighting back. All right, he's going to be able to jump out. That's good. Jumps right into his own battle. Help him pick off that siege tank very quickly. Gumiho taking a very strong forward position. Kira just going to run his command centers away. It's a little bit of a base trade. I don't think this will go full base trade on either side. Well, actually, Gumiho with 4 BCs probably can go full base trade. But I don't believe Kira can break into Gumiho's main. Right? Because that's when you get the crazy, crazy base trades, is when you're both in each other's main bases. And look at that. Utilizing these BCs, clearing the way. And it looks like Gumiho is going to be able to take that down. GG. Gumiho wins with mech. Straight up mech, not battle mech. Game number 1. Fantastic. Let's play those donos. Thank you guys for your patience.
What? Anonymous donated $3. Hello, Artie. Just gonna say I really like the content.
Thanks.
Mario ran forward and shoved his now full. What? Profane donated $3. Artois uses his time to cast this 12-year-old game so he can avoid the misery of the 24-year-old game he plays in front of 35-year-old viewers with 8-year-old maturity levels, and he says less than 10 pieces when it's fewer than 10 pieces. Why ramp plates? ST4 and Kai Hanglo.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
X300, guys, it's stanky. What's good? I'm back at it with a commentary of Stanky commentating a serious pro gamer Artosis commentary on two people playing a 12-year-old game, and it looks like Stanky is pretty heavy in on the satire, which is what you expect to see out of a pro 9-month subscriber. This guy definitely knows how to commentate a commentary, and I'm pleased to witness it and bring it to you guys live on my commentary Twitch stream, and it's definitely GG for all you tanning the bunk.
Thank you, Stanky. Thank you very much. All right. Let's do it. Oh, Max Packs beat creator. Someone just pointed out. Thank you very much for the update. That's fun. Thank you for coming by, everyone. Do make sure that you follow the channel. I'm doing more and more StarCraft 2 commentary lately. Hey, Alindiar! Gifting 10 subs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And guys, you should all sub as well if Alindiar didn't get you one right there. So thank you, dude. That's amazing. Okay, Kira, going for a proxy Rax. In fact, 2 proxy Rax. So double proxy Rax Reaper looks to be the name of the game for Kira. And we will get right into that and see how that goes. Nice aggressive opener. This is a great build in the matchup. This isn't just a throwaway. Yeah, thank you again for the 10 gifted subs, man. And thanks everyone for coming by. Yeah, I'm taking you know, casting on the channel, giving it some more tries. Haven't done much of it, you know, when I was casting full-time in Korea. Because why? I was casting so much. But now that I don't really have that much StarCraft 2 to cast, I kind of like starting to miss it too much. So yeah, we're having a good time with this, and I'm enjoying it so far, and I hope that you guys are as well. It might become like a regular thing on the channel to cast an ESL Cup each week, but not entirely sure yet. Haven't really completely decided. Leaving all my options open. But yeah. So, anyways, 2 racks, Proxy Reaper. Very good build. It looks like he's going to go Command Center, Gumiho is, so that makes it a little bit rougher, right? Normally, like, the 2 racks Reaper, if it runs into the factory, you get the Hellion out and you kind of hold and feels good. Here, how do you defend everything? It's very difficult. I like this type of position. Okay, he's making double bunker, so he knows what's going on. But I like this type of position for Cure. Now, with the double bunker going up, it's just a very smart thing. Okay, so he actually canceled the command center. So that makes a lot of sense. He's building the factory, and he's building it right next to a bunker, which is really important. So he knows exactly what's going on. He's pulling those SCVs. Those SCVs are to block the Reaper when it jumps up and deal extra damage. Just like that. Perfectly done. Has the bunker. Perfect. Probably wants to throw a Marine in each bunker possible. He is supply blocked. That's an issue. Holy crap, dude. That is like more of a supply block than even what happens to me in my games. Oh my god, that's a massive supply block. 23 for 100 years. 23 of 23. It's not even 44 of 44, which is a reasonable one for Terran players to get. Dude, literally, that's like, that could cost him the game. Supply blocks in StarCraft 2 will really cost you games very quickly. That, there was actually a game at Katowice that Kira got supply blocked and his build fell apart completely. And he like lost the game almost instantly because of it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so the reason he moved that to the left, guys, was to block Reapers from running in around the bunker. Here, if they want to run up that ramp, then they have to be hit by the bunker the whole way. So that was actually kind of a cute reland. I like that. Okay. We got ourselves some StarCraft, guys. Now, Command Center has been started for Cure. Cure is at the same SCVs as Gumi. Gumiho obviously getting some higher quality units right at the second. Has his Cyclone coming. He has a Viking coming. The Starport is not that far off for Cure, though, so I'm not too worried. And the Reapers are actually... The Reapers are really good for the first few minutes in TVT. They really can do a lot. They can kind of fight everything in the very early game, and then they just fall off into zero. They just fall off into being, like, absolute shit. Just absolutely nothing at all. Ooh. Damn. If he had gotten the SCV, that's good. At least he sees exactly what's going on, but you expect that anyways. I mean, double Proxy Rex Reaper is such a common build in the matchup that you kind of know what your opponent has anyways. All right, starts his command center, but it's like starting as Cures is finishing. So not great for Gumiho in that regard. He is going to be behind on that economy for a bit. How does he fight back in this position? I'm honestly a little bit unsure. I'm trying to think of what I want him to do. That's why I'm kind of getting quiet for a moment. I'm like, okay, if I'm like coaching Gumiho here on how to come back, what is the actual best way? Like, are you... I don't think you can get aggressive. It would have to be a very technical push if you were to get aggressive. Okay, he's adding 2 gases. So he's going to go super technical here. This might end up being mech, because that is a lot of gas he's mining. Box art army. Yeah. Thank you, Mapu. But yeah, like a little bit of everything, right? That's what a technical army really is. It's like... I like making jokes about that because I remember all the cool StarCraft box art where it's like... It shows this battle where it's like a battle cruiser and a floating science facility and a wraith, you know, and like 2 marines and a fire bat and 1 unsieged siege tank going against like a scout and a carrier and like 2 zealots or something, and you're just like, you will never see anything that looks like that. Like that will never happen in a game. But yeah, sometimes in TVT you get these weird positions, right, where you can attack with this very teched out army that has like all these very specific units with these very specific roles where you're trying to abuse your opponent for maybe missing one of those roles, such as maybe you have Vikings, they don't, right? So you own the skies and then suddenly a Liberator comes in. Something like that. That's not what we're seeing right here, but that was an idea there for Gumiho. Free of charge, Gumiho. No problem, bro. Okay, here we go. Little push out. Marine tank for Gumiho. He has made a lot of army. The one thing you have to realize here, right? This is like, I don't think this is going to work, but we'll see. That is a good pre-siege spot. He has 2 ravens of his own. Very, very important. And the 3rd command center is already done for Cure. So that's a big, big deal. Oh, God. Oh, I don't know about this. Cure runs for it immediately. That, I did not like that at all. Is it going to work, though? He sieges up, and the auto turret goes down. That was kind of shocking, honestly. I can't believe he did that. Wow. I think that Kira was actually in the better position. Having the 3rd command center done. And the thing is, if you already have it done, it's like you don't have to go land it right now. In fact, even if he's sieged there, dude, send it to 12 o'clock. You don't have to take that little pocket expand. You can take 12 while his units are then out of position instead of in a perfect position. Now, Gumiho boosting in, dropping off 3 siege tanks, not sieging, instead just using their pung-pung mode to kill off those tanks that were too far forward. Holy crap. Gumiho punishing Cure so hard right now. Damn. Gumiho, man. The based Gumi god at it again. Amazing, amazing play. And Cure just pulling everything out. His SCVs come. He lands those Vikings as well. So the landed Vikings actually might be able to clear this. Like, landed Vikings are actually pretty damn good, guys. But he loses 24 SCVs. Right, so that's a big problem. He already has the 3rd command center. So he can produce 3 SCVs at a time, as you see. Like, that's always something you've got to remember. Like, if someone has that additional command center, losing SCVs is not as bad. We've seen a lot of Terran versus Zergs that are like that, where, like, Terran goes 3 command. Zerg does this crazy all-in with, like, Roachling and kills, like, 40 SCVs, and you're like, well, the Terran must be dead. But it's like, nah, man. the Zerg doesn't have much left, and we have 3 command centers. Now, all that being said, Gumiho's 3rd command center is like finishing, so it's I don't think that 3rd command is enough for Cure here. He's also going to have to make some really good moves, because being down 20 SCVs is going to catch up to you real quick. Cure does have stim, as Mapu's showing us here. Again, a big cheers to Mapu. He's doing the observing for us here tonight. Because if I was observing, I would have missed most of the action and just been drag-clicking everything. But yeah, double eBay on both sides. Gumiho ahead on that as well. Gumiho has that 3rd base set up. Nice, some siege tanks. Sitting in a good position. Yeah, I like this a lot. Getting that sensor tower going. That is an interesting little piece of terrain on Dragon Scales. Like in front of the third base. Oh, look at this. Okay, a nice little Liberator comes and gets 3 SCVs. Not bad. But that little piece of terrain, like where he built, like right in front of the sensor tower, where it's the double rocks. It's like this kind of like funny location where if you open that, you can kind of go around the side. But look at this position that Gumiho takes, right? There's like no room anymore. He's still back close to the command center. He's kind of guarding the right and the north. I like using directions and like compass directions, north and right. Or also like, yeah, the 1 o'clock and also B main. Like I'm a Counter-Strike player. All right, 3 medevacs loaded up here for Gumiho, boosting across the map. What are we going to do with these, Gumi? We going to sneak in that natural? North, right. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, guys, if you're getting a mid-roll, I'm very sorry. But really all that means is you should fucking subscribe to the channel. I guess I shouldn't be saying that right now because those of you who can hear me aren't getting the mid-roll and are already subbed because you're good people. So forgive me when I say that again in a couple minutes here. All right, anyways, this is a huge stim-in from Gumiho. Getting some good damage. 13 SCVs go down. Dude, this is almost comical. Like, oh, the Vikings come in and actually mega punish right there. Okay, that was... It was a good clear by Cure, but losing 22 SCVs is really painful. Really painful. Cure's economy just continues to lag. Adding that second factory, quite like that. You gotta grind the game out. May as well go for more siege tanks. Yeah, only 1 armory or 1 eBay going right now. Cure roaming. Gumiho, I like this. This type of play is my favorite play in TVT. Keep most of your army back defensively and then have this smaller group that's out front. But look at this. Cure bringing the majority of his army here. Will break these few siege tanks really quickly. Gumiho stimming up with what he's got left over at home. Going to siege another one as well. But the Gumi counterattack doing a good job. He gets 10 SCVs there. Oh, a little bit messy there for a moment, but Gumiho, oh, he doesn't quite get that tank. That's crazy. Has to lift off, but more damage being dealt on the other side. Gumiho going to take this 2-0. GG. GG, folks. Gumiho takes down Cure 2-0. Definitely outplayed him a bit there. Yeah, that was well done.